Hello, Krau and Adela. Thank you for joining with the Northeast Media Hub. Before we go ahead with this interview, can you please just introduce yourselves?
I am finally a medical student who's just come back from Bangladesh due to this ongoing violence, as you can see.
Again from the same college, and we're back home because of the turmoil again in Bangladesh.
Could you give me a ground report of the initial days of the protest?
So what happened was around a week ago, we had heard news of violence, a protest occurring, started by the students in Bangladesh due to a quota, to protest against the quota movement. So it started in the capital city of Dhaka and slowly progressed throughout the country. So we were not as worried about it, so as to say. But on the 17th, we had heard that the movement was quickly expanding, and it was actually reaching Sylhet as well. We had heard news that there was some shooting going on about 3 kilometers away from our college, and there had been perhaps some acid attacks and general shooting at women and all the students involved in the protest. Our main source of information was social media, so we were kind of confused about the whole situation. But however, on hearing these rumors and news, of course, we decided that we should leave Bangladesh as soon as possible. So we convened a meeting, I think, among the students of our college, and that we wanted to leave. So we contacted our administration of our college, and we asked him if it would be feasible, if it would be advisable for us to leave the college and to leave the country for the time being. But he wasn't sure either at that time, but he said he would let us know. And as soon as he did, we contacted the helpline number at the Indian Embassy, and particularly at the land port. We have certain people who we've made contact with, and we asked them if we should leave Sylhet for India, and accordingly arrangements had been made. So they advised us to leave the next morning. So that was the situation. It was quite fast. We just had to make decisions on spot, I feel.
So the Indian Embassy kind of arranged buses as well as escorts for us. But the thing was, the buses weren't able to come pick us up because of all the riots that were going. So what we had to do was the Indian Embassy advised us to manage for ourselves the vehicles. So we called our vehicle, the one that we usually come home by, and we managed around 6 to 7 cars. And also during that time we called Deklan Rinja, and he was able to help us in a lot of the journey. While for the juniors, the main part was the journey was tense because we being the 5th year students, like the super seniors of the college, were kept in a very tense position because we had the responsibility of freshers as well as juniors who had no experience in the country at all. So that was the tense factor in the transition from the college to the Tamil border.
The journey, in fact, it was kind of tense in a way, on the way we were worried if we had made the right call or not, because we were traveling in a group as it is, and the riot was mainly because of the students, and we were kind of afraid that we would be mistaken for the protesters. So we were cautious throughout the whole journey. On our way there, we saw the protesters or the rioters on their way, and we even saw army cars headed towards the hotspots. So I think we can say that it was actually rather tense, but thankfully we made it safely, and it was there was no disturbance along the journey.
The entire part of the journey from our college to the Tamil border, or rather home, was to reach home safely. And because we are fifth-year students mainly responsible for the juniors, even the freshers who have joined just like 2-3 months ago. The main aspect from us, from Aldera, me and all of my colleagues happens that we have to reach Tamil border safe and sound, and also ensure that the journey for the juniors was safe and sound. So that was the entire tension during the journey. There was one time where we actually were like, I think 5 kilometers away from the college. We kind of see these people. I think they were going out in protest. They were in their motorcycles. I think they were going out for protest, and that was a bit unnerving for us. With all of this, we're very thankful for the people who helped us evacuate. There was SIW Chala, then XC Declan Jansha, CPC 423 PA Marat, and UCC 34 S Langi, and also Mr. Kevin Kongla. They were very helpful in helping us evacuate from the turmoil. And we'd also like to thank the Meghalayan government in helping evacuating the other people who were left behind.
I am very happy that we've been able to talk to you all who have witnessed the protest, firsthand, and parents who've sent their children to study would be relief hearing from you seniors. So thank you once again for talking to the Northeast Media Hub.
Nara chugumak ansing baljokna skama mabanggi jasan.
Chugumak tanang?
Endako de kuros kamutungo maina chugumak kuni jainga. Plus F markadong paho.
Plus F?
Salantio, anchini chaani rango. Peena namgani rangko de bangakon watchanga. Jayan anchini bimang. Gisik. Porayani. Nambate rakani. Mandapani. Aro gemuk konik nikata. Nang koban.
Ndak plianga chaunan machungja?
Oe, chugumak nanganirang. Unigaman na atta, merong, kari, to, aro dutrang ho koros kaingon. Plus F marka donggo pa ko sa nibo. May na uno, iron, aro vitamin rang ko nangani kriot na. Sungi chane chao ba, magronchi niyo ba, aro chatoa niyo ba, mamang dengtangani ko ijawa.
Dentang rekan ku ijo ramai nasra brans ka injok.
Hindi ba mengsaw blongen dengtang rekani donga? Anchinian sing baljokaniyo. Nambata chaani rengani chi, nambate jangi thangani. Plus F marka donggo pa chaani rangko, daalo ni jakhalbo.